Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new here, my name is Donna, and for those of you not new, thank you so much for continuing to come back and support my channel. I just love you guys so very much. Today I am doing my empties for May. I am so excited to share these things with you. I do have quite a bit, I guess, so let's just jump in. The first thing I'm going to share with you is this. It is the Tarte Stay Spray. It's a setting spray, and I will tell you, I don't really remember how awesome it was. So that tells me it's not something I want to continue to invest in. I don't think it was bad. It didn't smell awful. I do love this sprayer on it. The sprayer was a beautiful like mist instead of like a spray. Not quite as misty as say Morphe Continuous Mist setting spray, but it is a really nice mist. I don't remember though it being amazing, so that tells me don't invest any more money in this guy. And I do think that this came to me in one of the Tarte, like make your own Tarte kit things, so I am not unhappy that I got it that way. So that's good. The next thing I have here is this. It is my Ulta Beauty cotton pads. You guys know I do purchase these to remove my eye makeup before I go in and cleanse my face with my balm and then my double cleanse. I am trying to get out of purchasing these so much. I even purchased more of these guys, and this one is dirty, for like reusable reasons, but they just don't do the job that these do in like one swipe. So that it's difficult for me, but I think this is the first one I've emptied this year, and it is June. That may speak volumes to the amount of makeup I have not been wearing, but I did empty one of these, and I do have a set of Shiseido ones on backup, so I won't be purchasing any more right now. The next thing I have is this and this, which are two of the Bath & Body Works Gentle Foaming Hand Soaps that I use. You all know, if you're part of this channel, that these are my Holy Grail hand soap. I do purchase these 10 or 12 at a time, and I just opened up my drawer the other day to replace these two and found that I'm down to 4. So I need to think about replacing them. This one, the Frosted Coconut Snowball, had notes of coconut, whipped vanilla, and sugar crystals, and it smelled so good. I would have this in my bathroom on a daily. Every single replacement could be this one. It smelled so good. I would definitely repurchase this scent. It is, of course, I purchased these over the holiday season. They're core scents, so there's that. The Twisted Peppermint, which is this guy, did have the notes of cool peppermint, sugared snow, and aromatic balsam. I didn't like this one as well. I think it was way too pepperminty for me. It smelled like I was washing my hands with a mint. So duh, it's peppermint. I would replace it in, use this scent again in a pinch. I think it's a really good, like maybe kitchen sink scent, but I didn't so much like it, honestly, so I probably would never repurchase that one. I did finish up 1 pack of wipes. You guys know I'm trying to get down to these 30 packs instead of 60 packs once a month, which is quite a change from me. Last year, I did go through 9 60 packs last year and 5 or 6 of the 30 packs. So I'm trying to get down to just 1 30 pack per month. I think I'm doing a really good job, but I did go through this. And I do get those at Target, not at Target, at TJ Maxx. You can get sets of 4 of these little bags that cost like $4.99. So, which is quite inexpensive considering some of the other avenues you can buy facial wipes in. And I only use wipes really for my everyday makeup application, like to wipe off my hands, because I do not like to have the feel of makeup on my hands. Again, for those of you here who have been here a while, you do know that. I did finish up a Vasanti Brighten Up. This is an enzymatic face rejuvenator, and it's an exfoliating cleanser that I got from FabFitFun. And this is my second one of these, and the first one also came in FabFitFun, I do believe, or BoxyCharm. I cannot remember. I've gotten both of them basically with subscriptions. They're very good. I do like them. This is supposed to brighten your face. While I don't feel like it did anything for brightening, I do feel like it was a great exfoliator. I haven't yet put a new one into my shower. So this also, I have super sensitive skin, and I have used the Kate Somerville Exfoliate, which, man, did so much damage to my skin just because it's so potent. I need something that's a little less potent, but hers also, I think, was chemical, and this one has the granules in it, so I think that it's not as chemical. It's definitely, what's the difference? I can't remember. Chemical or, yep, can't remember. This one isn't chemical. It does have a little bit of the granules in it, whereas I believe the Kate Exfoliate one is. I do have a Real Technique sponge that I am tossing just because it started to break open. This guy is so dirty. For those of you who are new, I do toss my sponges once they get like little holes or broken up so much. And you know, I want to say something here. I have given poop to Beauty Blender because they're $20 and they don't stay as damp as these guys do. And did you guys see all the damage there? They don't stay as damp as these guys do, and I felt like they just weren't worth the $20 spend. But I will tell you, I've been through 3 Real Technique sponges in the time that it has taken me to go through one Beauty Blender. So I'm just trying to like tell you, I have given Beauty Blender some poop, and maybe it's undeserving. So maybe I'm wrong here. The next item I have in here is this. It is the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. I really liked this primer. I liked that it illuminated underneath my makeup, and because I wear my makeup, you know, sheer to medium, I still was able to see a little bit of that illumination peeking through my foundation. Now, if you're more of a full coverage person, I don't know that that would necessarily be the case, but I did love this. And for some of my foundations, I even, instead of putting it on my face prior to foundation application, I mixed it with my foundations, and it mixed really well with those foundations, and it made that foundation a little more dewy and a little more luminous instead of like a matte complexion finish. And I loved that for this as well. I definitely would repurchase this. I think this is $29 or $30, maybe $32, something like that. But this is an amazing primer. And to pair with that, like, they have an illuminating setting spray that is also one of my favorites. So this with that, I don't think is a good idea. You might come off looking like the Tin Man, but this is a beautiful primer. The next thing I have in here is another primer, and if you guys are familiar with my Project Pan, you know that I did pan this. This is the Hangover RX Too Faced primer, and I hated this. I did not like this primer. I didn't like the smell of it. I don't think it smelled as coconutty as they told you it would, and I just didn't like it. It went on more like a lotion instead of like, I like kind of a creamy hydrating primer, and while this is supposed to be hydrating, I feel like it went on like a lotion. It sunk in or absorbed into my skin, and it didn't do much for my makeup application. I just don't think that it says it's a replenishing face primer, and I just don't believe that. I just don't. This was, I'm glad I didn't pay for this. I'm not really sure where I got this, if I'm honest. I think I got it at GMC. I just don't think it's worth it. The next thing I have in here is this. It is a Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, and I have had this around for quite some time. And how I ended up finishing it up is my 8-year-old daughter has awful chapped lips all the time, and I gave it to her every single day to use in the mornings and at night on her lips, and her lips have not had a chapped lip problem since. With that being said, the reason why I did that is because during the winter, her chapped lips are so bad that they're like, they create a ring around her lips of chapped skin. And I was using this on her every single night to help medicate that. And while it doesn't say it has any medicating properties, it did help with that chapped skin also around her lips. This is a freaking phenomenal product, and I'm sad that it's gone because my daughter no longer has it right now, but I am going to purchase her another tub of it. So yes, I would definitely repurchase this. I pretty much love all of Laneige products, honestly. I have a water sleeping mask for your face that I also love, super hydrating. And I have a couple other little tiny like travel sizes of these that are in different scents. I really love the coconut one. The next thing I have here is this. It is the Clinique Moisture Surge for your face. It's a moisturizer, and I really do like it. What I like most about it is it's kind of like a almost gel, but not quite consistency. And it doesn't take a whole lot. Like literally I would dunk my finger in, and what was on my finger was enough to cover my whole face just by dunking it into the product. I didn't have to scoop anything out. It lasted for quite some time, and it is a great little hydrator for your face. I used it every morning and every night, and I think it lasted me like 4 months, because you really just don't need a whole lot of it to get what you need for your whole face. I do think, however, that that isn't as hydrating as it could be, considering it's called Moisture Surge, but it says it's a 72-hour, right? 72-hour auto replenishing hydrator. I don't necessarily know that I believe that, but I do feel like when I am using that on my skin feels hydrated. The next thing I have is this. It is the Tarte Found Sealer. This was also in my project pan, and I did use it up, and I'm so excited I used it up. This was not my favorite foundation. I don't really have a love relationship for Tarte foundations, if I'm honest. Almost every single one of them I've tried I've hated, except for the Amazonian Clay one, which is weird because I'm dry, and that's typically made for oily. This I felt I wanted to try this so bad. I was so excited for this product, but it was marketed as a found sealer, so foundation and concealer. I don't feel like the coverage on it was super. It didn't stay where I wanted it to stay. It transferred everywhere. Every time I touched my face, no matter how light I touched my face, no matter how much I powdered my face, no matter what, it transferred all over the place. It was a multitasking foundation with SPF 20. That's the one thing it's got going for it. It did have a nice amount of SPF to it, but you can find better concealer or better foundations than this. This was not a foundation that I loved. And then I have this. It is the Precisely My Brow by Benefit, and this is in shade 5. What I love about this brow pencil is not only the container it's in, because it looks really nice and you can definitely tell it apart from the other brow products in your collection, but also that it had a really nice spoolie on the one end. This spoolie is by far one of the better spoolies that I have ever encountered on a brow pencil, and it had a really nice micro fine tip, so I could draw really fine lines with it, really get those brow hair looking things. I have really great brows in the first place. I mean, not great as in awesome shaped and whatnot. I do need a brow appointment, but not sparse, I guess is what I'm saying. So I didn't need it really to fill, but I did like that you could draw the precise hair like strokes that you might need to draw. And the spoolie is just a really amazing spoolie for getting into those hairs and not getting all over your forehead, which I've had a problem with. 5 is probably the best color for me. I do have gray in my brows right now, because sometimes with fashion colors, gray looks freaking amazing. And maybe not so much with red. But that's what I have for now. I'm trying to use it up. I do have like 18 brow pencils over there, so I'm just trying to go through what I have. I really do like the shade 5. It's a little darker, kind of like espresso. And then last but not least, I do have this little sample size of the Bumble and Bumble Hairdressers Invisible Oil. And I cannot say that I loved this product, but I did like it. It smelled rather good. I think it had a really nice scent to it, almost kind of like a just fresh scent, not like maybe leaning a little bit, you know, tropical, but not really. What I did not love about it is that it made my hair feel kind of heavy. So I wouldn't repurchase it or wouldn't purchase it just because it kind of made my hair feel heavy. But I think that they have different kinds of oil that you can purchase for your hair that will have the same effects as that did, the same good effects as that did without the heaviness. I loved it for this like area of my hair up here where it tends to get a little frizzy, and before I got my hair cut and dyed down here, it helped out with the frizziness of the deader parts of my hair as well from, you know, just over coloring it. So there's that. You guys, that was my empties for May. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It really does help our channels out here. And I hope that you liked it or me enough that you're considering subscribing to my channel before you go. If you do, please don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're notified every single time I upload a video. I do upload content 3 to 4 times a week, depending on the week. So hitting that notification bell will ensure that you're not missing a thing. And I would love to see you in the comment section of all my videos. What did you guys empty in May? Have you emptied anything in May? I found that I was wearing makeup over the last several weeks, months. A lot less than I normally have, so like my empties don't seem to be as much as they have in the past, so there's that. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please stay safe out there, social distance, love each other from afar, and just plain love each other. And until next time, bye guys.